what the objective is and what you're trying to do, and everybody's playing together in lockstep with each other, there's nothing more special than having that alignment and succeeding on that goal.
It's really, by far, from our point of view, the most intense, engaging, action-oriented, fierce, epic defensive mode there is in video games.
I really like that Horde creates a dependency where you work together as a team, and you can be successful kind of, lone wolfing it, but not as successful as coming together. It's sort of our motto for the studio. We always say, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And that's true for Horde as well.
It's been so exciting to be here today. As a Gears fan since Gears 1, I cannot wait to get my hands on the new Horde mode and all the new features. If you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can get Gears 5 on September 6th. For everyone else, the game will be available on September 10th.
Was an incredible first wave to showcase Gears 5 Horde mode. Now, can I get a huge round of applause for Rod Ferguson and Ryan Cleveland for joining us here on Inside Xbox.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. It is a pleasure.
I've got to ask, first of all, right, those ultimates, can you tell us a little bit more about those? Because they look amazing.
Yeah, the ultimates, each one of them is unique to the character. They're really something that we see, both defines them as well as creates a really great relationship with the team. We've got Kate going invisible. We've got JD that could call in like a giant artillery strike. We've got Dell who can summon trackers to help him out. Each one of them, you're going to have to find the character that works for you and works best for the team.
And they're per character, so it's not on a per role thing. So even if you have multiple engineers, each different character will have their own ultimate, so you can still mix and match.
That's going to be really cool. I think that's one of the great things I'm excited about is all those different play styles that you can find to kind of suit your personal play style.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were talking about. This is probably the deepest Horde we've ever done, even though it's still super accessible. But the deepness allows you to go in and set your skills. What character you want will give you your ultimate, but also that when you're collecting that power, you're not just feeding the engineer. Like in Gears 4, you're basically collecting power to get the engineer to build. Now you have perks, which you can go in and say, oh, I want to do more damage. I want to do more headshots. I want more ammo. I want more health. So as you're playing, you have this in-game progression that you can change who you are in the moment. And so you have out-of-game progression in the cards, and you have in-game progression in the perks.
Yeah. It sounds like you could go mad with theory crafting with that. Just all right, if I get this combination, these four teammates, and
Yeah, it'd be cool. But talking about accessibility, one of the things you talked to us about in Vancouver is all the different difficulty settings players are going to have access to. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things for us is realizing that Gears was going to be day and date in Game Pass and Ultimate Game Pass was that we realized we're going to have a bunch of people maybe who've never played the game before. And so we wanted to create a lot more accessibility to the game, and whether that's accessibility features in terms of how you control, we have things like single stick control, ability to turn off camera shake, and all those sorts of things. But even also from the point of Jack was created from a perspective of being accessible, because maybe some people maybe weren't as good at Gears. But the idea of going into cover and pixel hunting, shooting, and all those sorts of things, Jack doesn't have that. Jack floats above cover. Jack does area of effects attacks. So if you have somebody who's just new to the game, they can come in as a support bot and they can help you. They can heal you. They can keep you buffed up. They can go and repair stuff. They can pick up weapons for you. So they don't have to be wall bouncing shotgunning. They can actually just be part of your team.
And we really wanted to make them a really critical part of the team. It wasn't just about having a support class that sort of stands at the back and does nothing. Jack is super critical. We really wanted to envision him as your best buddy, as your best friend. Each of the other classes, I want Jack. I want Jack. I want Jack to follow me. And that was something that now there's so much demand for Jack. When they're playing him, you just constantly feed you're feeding all these little birds.
And he has a crazy ultimate. He has this we call it hijack. Yeah. Because we're big about puns in Vancouver.
Nice.
And so hijack is basically shoots a dart into an enemy and then takes control. So it possesses that enemy. So if you have, something coming at you like a Scion with a boom shot, you can take it over and now Jack player becomes a Scion with a boom shot and can help destroy the enemy with that.
That's so cool.
Everyone's just going to want to be Jack's best friend. It's trust me, I'll take you out for dinner. Don't worry about it. Just follow me around in Gears. Exactly. We'll be good.
Doesn't sound like quite enough glory for Benny, unfortunately. With that in mind, what sort of sets Horde mode in Gears 5 apart from the previous iterations? You obviously told us a lot already, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's probably there's really a bunch of big differences. One is the ultimates. The other is this power tap that Ryan and the team came up with, which is probably you better
Yeah,
explain.
so like we've added the power taps, which you saw in the video, which really add an element of territory control. We wanted to make Gears 5 not only the deepest, but also provide other ways to be successful by not just building fortifications. So the power taps appear every like 10 waves after you kill a boss. And that means that you have to really understand whether you want to move your base or just let it go. They're optional. However, they do provide a ton of power to power up your perks, to buy fortifications with. So if you decide to leave them alone, it's at your own peril. However, if you're ambitious and your team knows what they're doing, they can slowly expand their base to control more territory for more rewards.
Yeah.
Lots of options. Well, now from software to hardware. Get it? Because of the hoodie. At any rate, let's take a closer look at something Gears fans everywhere are sure to salivate over. It's the limited edition Gears 5 Xbox One X. We recently caught up with some of the minds behind the design. Take a look.
I always want Gears to stand unique in the way that it pushes on innovation and storytelling in the hardware. And that was the hard part for us. Is like, okay, what are we doing with this? What story are we telling? How do we make it feel premium? And that was the biggest challenge.
When we were designing the console, we imagined that Kate was walking across a frozen lake, like the one that you see in the E3 trailer, and something in the ice catches her eye, and she leans over and clears a patch of snow, and she sees a reflection of the Omen looking back at her. In reality, there are electronics in this console. There's no way we can put, an Omen 2 inches inside of it. So we had to create an optical illusion that would make it look like there was an Omen trapped underneath the ice. We were able to express the idea by laser etching these ice cracks around the Omen. We've never laser etched that much before. I mean, the laser etching is all over the console. The ice is cracking all over the console. Theming the controller after Kate Diaz was really a natural because she's like the main character in the game, and she is exploring this Arctic environment. She wears an Arctic armor, which is new in the game, which was exciting to us.
Whatever we were going to work with in terms of accessories and hardware, we wanted to family with what the console was going to look like. And so we were able to work with Seagate on some amazing 5 terabyte and 2 terabyte drives that look basically like mini versions of the console. That's going to look perfect right next to it. And we worked with Razer on like keyboard and mouse. This is one of the first, I think, wireless keyboard and mouse for the console. And then get a whole family of products that all fit together.
So working with Rod is an awesome experience every time. He understands how to point out the meaningful moments that we can really pick up on as industrial designers and bring into the physical world. We always walk away from these design collaborations with him feeling like this product is so authentic, like it couldn't be any more authentic because it's so closely tied to all of our conversations with him.
We're back with Rod and Ryan. But how amazing does that console look? I want it so much.
Massive congrats to the team designing that, because that is incredible. And the hard drive.
But it looks so cute right next to it. But that's not all we've got to talk about today. You've also got some news with our friends over at Valve. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So the first time we're coming to Steam, and today you can start pre-ordering today for Gears 5 on Steam, and there'll be crossplay. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Crossplay. Love it.
Absolutely excellent. But that's not the only partnership news for Gears today. Rod, please.
Yeah.
Tell us what Gears plans to do with Halo.
So we talked about the Ultimate Edition. We talked about being Ultimate Game Pass. We really didn't really talk about what you get for doing that. So we're really happy to announce that we're actually putting in 2 characters from Halo Reach are going to be coming to Gears of War. So we have Kat and Emil.
Calm down.
And so they're going to be coming, and they have their own roles. They'll be playable in Horde and Escape and Versus, and you're going to have their own ultimates. You want to talk about the 2 ultimates?
Yeah, so we really tried to be very authentic to Halo while still making it kind of integrate into the Gears world. So we've got the drop shield on Emil, and that we've looked at Reach, and we wanted to make something that Halo fans would really recognize as true drop shield. And then we've got the hologram on Kat, and it's she's the subterfuge expert, and so she's going to distract the enemy while everybody else goes and does something else.
And it's the same actors. So we went out and we got the
no
original
way.
cast, and so after a decade, we brought them back into the booth and we re-recorded.
Activating drop shield. Deception is my specialty. You're safe.
Like, it just looks amazing. Every time I've seen it, I've got that looks sick.
It's just natural.
And it's nice that it goes beyond the characters. As you can see, they got custom weapon skins, custom banner, custom mark, like all the customization stuff that we have with it as well is really cool.
Yeah, I cannot wait to kind of like get my hands on with them. But we've been talking partnerships, and you've also got a clothing partnership, which I've lived in for like since E3.
Literally have to peel it off. Please, when you wear something else.
Wash occasionally.
Yeah. Washing, please.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working with the folks at Bathing Ape to create their, they have an ape line that you got a tease of at E3 with our blue. Yeah. And you can see we're doing it as in-game as well, so that blue is coming to inside the game that you can wear as part of a case of sort of, the camo outfit. And then we actually do a physical line, which is going to be in red now, our red camo, which is going to be for sale at the Ape stores and at I think it's Xbox.com here.
Stay there.
I'm just wondering, I just want to get my hands on it. I hear a red one, I've got a blue one, I need the red.
Needs the set.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. And it's a different styles than what you saw from the blue at E3 and different designs. And so I was intending to bring it with me today, but, customs is fun. So,
Honestly, it's probably a good job you didn't.
It wouldn't have made it out there, I'm going to be honest.
Although I do enjoy the Canadian uniform you're wearing for me, so I appreciate that. It's very much appreciated.
I'm going for the red theme already, right? I just need the hoodie.
You need a bigger beard, though, if you're going to go lumber sexual. You need a bigger beard.
It doesn't grow. I tried. That's the main thing. But also, the streetwear lover in me is keen on what's in store for Gears and Bathing Ape. How can I get my hands on the hoodie? Because it's not here.
No, it's not. No, they have their stores like in New York and LA.
Yeah.
Again, they'll be limited on the Xbox Gear store, and then again you can get it in game.
All right, amazing.
I'm just going to wear matching hoodies in game.
That's going to be it.
They're very excited. Rod, you might be done on our stage, but you're going straight to the Gamescom opening night broadcast. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah. Since E3, we've heard a lot of people asking about but what about the campaign? We're going to talk about Escape, we're going to talk Versus, we're going to talk Horde, which we were doing. People want to know about campaign, so I'm going over to talk to Jeff Keighley, and we're going to put out a new story trailer. All real-time cinematics is all from the story from the game itself, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Gears.
I'm so excited. But I've just got to ask everyone in here, can we just get a huge round of applause to the Gears? It looks amazing. Ryan, just thank you so much for joining us. And I think it's safe to say we cannot wait for September 10th when Gears 5 officially launches. And don't forget, Gears 5 Ultimate Edition launches September 6th, included on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I am so excited. So who's going to be picking it up on the 6th? Who's going to be playing it? I think I'm going to be there.
Of course.
But that's all from us here at Gamescom. Remember, the fun continues next month with more Inside Xbox on September 24th.
And keep up with everything Gamescom when Xbox On goes live on mixer.com/XboxOn Tuesday and Wednesday starting at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific. We'll also have new Gamescom videos going live on youtube.com/XboxOn each and every day this week. And of course, you can also follow Xbox on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything for all the latest Xbox news.
Plus, mark your calendars because XO19 takes over London on November 14th. Fans can look...
Amazing!
Fans can look forward to new announcements, new releases, and of course, all the latest from Xbox.
Thank you very much from all of us here in Cologne. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Amazing!